Just to update the situation a little with this Royal Enfield Constellation, I'm still waiting for the magneto to come back before I can try returning it to running condition. But I'm very pleased to report that it's been quite a few days now, probably not far off half a week or so, certainly the weekend plus a couple of days since I attended to the oil leak, which was proving very, very difficult to pin down. And I'm happy to say that I filled the cam tunnel with oil via the rocker cover opening. I removed that and poured oil in, so I filled the camshaft tunnel with oil, and I confirmed that by finding that I'd also managed to wet sump the crankcase a little, so oil had gone through. There's absolutely nothing appearing underneath there. I've also got oil up to the level plug in the primary case, and there's nothing leaking from that either, so that's all very good news. But if we go around this side, like I say, while I'm waiting for the magneto to come back, I thought I'd attend to the business of the timing cover gasket. And I mentioned this old one here to one of the spares suppliers for these machines, and I was told that a few years back there had been some issues with quality of timing cover gaskets for these things, where things didn't quite line up, and I already discussed that the oil holes weren't quite lining up between the crankcase, the gasket and the timing cover, and the oil feed holes were quite a way out of step. And what I've done there, might be possible to see, I tried to sort of remedy the situation by moving the holes, if you like, by clipping them so that they were fully open over the holes in the engine casing, using these, which are good for, you can work with leather with those, they're good little hole punches. But I wasn't really happy with how close to the edge of the gasket, for instance, that hole had become, and I inquired, and there we are. I've got a new gasket there, and with the screw holes all lined up, see, I've got several screws in it, and I've also got some sealant sticking it in position. I've got good alignment of the oil holes. With the old gasket in place, these feed holes actually little more than a quarter uncovered by the gasket. Now they're fully open and all the screw holes are lining up, so that is a really worthwhile, not so much upgrade, but certainly worth putting that matter right. So now I know that the oil pumps will be working to their full capacity, both the feed and the return pumps. I've also finally got the feed pump. It's a high capacity one, fitted in the timing cover, with a plunger that fits the drive spindle and a plunger that's the right size for the pump disc. So hopefully some progress there. When it's all put back together, perhaps this time it won't wet sump anymore, and should hopefully stay that way. And I'm just hoping that the magneto is the key to getting this engine starting on 2 cylinders and ticking over on 2 cylinders, and subject to the owner's wishes, we may of course then revert to 2 carburetors if we find it suddenly working as it should on 2 cylinders, because I'd suspected the left-hand carburetor all along. But the jury's out until the magneto comes back. But that's where we're at the moment. We've got a nice new accurately pierced timing cover gasket all ready to go, and all I'll do is I've got sealant sticking it to the engine crankcase, and I'm going to grease this side of it so that if necessary the timing cover can be removed in the future without disturbing or spoiling the timing cover gasket. So that's where I'm going to be leaving it until the magneto arrives, which I hope will be any day soon.